Guys, this is a different type of video for me. So I have been getting comments lately that you guys want to see some meals for me and my family, and it's kind of hard to adjust time, but today I am going to bake. So my family absolutely loves this around fall times or holiday times, but you can honestly make this throughout the year. So today I am going to show you how I make empanadas of caramel, which is in Spanish cajeta, but in English it's caramel. So it's like a pastry and inside it has caramel. I think it's pretty easy to make. It's just a process. Like, it's a process to make them, but they're pretty simple. So I'm gonna show you guys the ingredients. So maybe if you want to get a piece of paper and a pen so you could write this down, or you could also just pause the video so you could, write down the ingredients. But you will definitely need a bowl, kind of like this. Okay, so a bowl. We will also need 4.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and we will also need 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. So this is the brand that I like to use. I like to use Philadelphia cream cheese. So you basically need a whole block, okay? And then you will need a pound of unsalted butter, so no salt. And I like to use this one. I got the box. Here it is. Land O'Lakes, I think that's how you say it. But that's the brand I like to use, but make sure it's unsalted, okay? So which is basically 4 sticks. And then you may need about 2 to 3 eggs, so just have 2 to 3 eggs on the side. And this is the caramel filling that I like to use. So here's the brand. You may need 1 or 2 cans of these, and it is 13.4 ounces. But make sure it's this one, that it looks like this, milk-based caramel, and the color. Okay, so 2 of these. You'll also need some sugar. You will definitely need a tablespoon of sugar, and you'll just need some for after when we coat it. And you need cinnamon, and you will see what we do with this. Okay, and then finally we need baking powder. We need half a tablespoon of baking powder, and this is the one I like to use. So if you want to pause and take pictures, I want to make sure I explain as best as I can with what I'm using. I'm so out of breath. So if you follow me, you know that I'm pregnant. I am currently 16 weeks pregnant, so I'm officially in my 2nd trimester, which expect the video. I know I haven't updated you guys, but I will be updating a video pretty soon, okay? Less than 2 weeks, I promise. Okay, so basically that's all you need to make this. So now let's just get started and mix it all in and make our dough. So basically the first thing you need to do, obviously have your hands clean, because I am going to mix by hand. If you have a kitchen mixer, the KitchenAid mixer, that's perfect. Use the one that makes the dough. I think it's the white plastic one that you use for the dough. I don't have a KitchenAid. I wish, but I do not have one, so I'm going to be using my hands. Personally, I do have a hand mixer, but it's just better if you do it with your hands so you won't overmix. So basically, we are going to add the cream cheese. So make sure you add the whole block of cream cheese, softened. And then you're gonna add all 4 sticks of butter, softened as well, not melted. Just leave it out. I personally leave it out for like 1.5 hours, maybe 2. Depends how my house feels inside. If I have the AC on or if it's pretty cool outside, I usually need to leave it longer for it to soften. But if it's a hot day, 1 hour will do, leaving it out. So just make sure it's softened. Okay, and then you want to mix this together. So once you have all of the cream cheese and the butter mix, you want to add your half a tablespoon of baking powder, and you also want to add your tablespoon of sugar, and then we mix. All right, so I can tell that my butter and my cream cheese softened a little bit too much than what I usually like to. Do not worry, the beauty of this is that if you soften your cream cheese and your butter too much, you're just gonna need a little bit more flour. Now, if you add too much flour and your dough got kind of hard, then all you could do is just use warm milk. Warm milk in the microwave, just warm, not hot, and you pour it in and it'll make your dough. So that's what I love about this. It's fixable. So I can tell I'm gonna need more than 4.5 cups, but if you soften it just right, 4.5 cups will be enough. But what I like to do is, I have 4 cups here and a half over there. I like to add half of the flour and mix it. So here we go again, mixing with the same hand. And then you add the rest of your flour along with 1 egg. So you add an egg in there and we mix. Now, like I said, so I finished mixing my flour with the butter and the cream cheese, but it is like sticky, so I'm gonna add more flour to make my dough. So I'm adding more flour, and you'll see how your dough is supposed to look like, kind of like Play-Doh. That's the consistency that we are looking for. But just add a little bit at a time, and you'll be fine. This is looking pretty good. Okay, so this is how your dough should look like. You see how it's kind of squishy? It's not too hard, it's not too soft, and you can make the balls really easily. Okay, this is the consistency of your dough that you want it to look like. Okay, so now that we have our dough ready, we want to start making our little balls. Okay, so this, you can make whatever size you want them. If you want to make small empanadas, you could do that. If you want bigger empanadas, you could do that. Okay, so I just like to pinch it a little bit and just roll it up and leave it to the side. Okay, pinch, roll it, leave it to the side. Okay, so as you can see, we have our balls right here ready. Our dough is ready. So I'm gonna actually let this sit for about 10 minutes, maybe less. So at this time, what I like to do is I like to wash some dishes that I use to do this, and I like to prepare my baking pans and stuff. All right, so I'm gonna do that right now. Also, this is where we're gonna prepare our filling, our caramel filling. So remember these, you're gonna need to get both of these, okay, because we're gonna use this right now. Okay, so for every can that you use of caramel, you will need a yolk. okay? So for every can, a yolk. So we're gonna put the 2 cans of caramel here and the 2 yolks. All right, and all we gotta do is just mix it up. Mix it up. And there's our fillings. Looks delicious. So this is the exciting part. So we have our dough right here, the balls, the dough. We have our filling here, and I use this. It's to make like handmade tortillas. So you will need one of these. I got this at a meat market. So maybe if you go to like any Latin meat market or any Latin stores in your area, you may be able to find one of these. If not, maybe Amazon. Amazon has everything. So if you can't find it at a store, definitely check Amazon. And then I like to use Ziploc bags. So you'll need 2 Ziploc bags. You'll need a fork. And also preheat your oven at 375 degrees. Okay? And here is my baking pans. I have about 4 of these. I bought these at Sam's. They are so good. So what you want to do is you want to get a dough. You put it in the center, and then you put the Ziploc bag, and then we're going to squish. And it should make a nice round flat circle, just like that. And all you do is just add the filling. And you add as much as you want. You can add a little bit, a lot. Well, not too much, because then it'll be hard to close your empanada. And yeah, adding too much can be pretty much a bad idea. So then I like to squeeze the sides with the fork. Okay? And then you get your little empanada and you put it in the pan. I do not add pan spray. I don't butter my pan. I don't do that because I feel like the butter from your dough is enough for it to bake. Honestly, this is how I bake them and nothing ever happens. So I honestly don't think it should happen to you guys. But if you feel safe, you want to butter your pan or pan spray it, that's perfectly fine, but I don't do it. I don't add nothing to my pans. Okay, and that's all you do when it comes to the empanadas. So I'm just gonna make a few more so you can see, and then we'll get to baking. Okay, so my first pan is ready to go in the oven. So you want to put this at the oven at 375 degrees for about 20 minutes. Maybe your oven may be different and it may need a bit more time, but with mine in 20 minutes is ready. Okay? And the way you'll know it's ready, it's nice and golden and brown. That's how you'll know it's ready. Whoops. That's how you know it's ready, when it's nice and golden and brown. Okay, so our empanadas are about to be ready from the oven. So now we need to prepare our coat that goes outside of the empanada. So we have here sugar and cinnamon. This is the brand I like to use, and it's just ground cinnamon. So what you want to do is you just want to sprinkle some cinnamon into your sugar. This is however much cinnamon you want into your empanadas. Normally my family doesn't like a lot of cinnamon in it. It can be a little spicy if you add too much. So you just kind of want to add a little bit and then continue until you want it to be. So it'll look kind of brownish. Okay? Maybe it may be hard to tell with the lighting, but it should be about brownish. So now we're gonna leave this to the side and get our empanadas out of the oven. So they're out of the oven. This is how they should look. Brownish, golden from the bottom like this. They're really hot, so be careful. I didn't really burn myself because I'm kind of used to it. But this is how they should look like when they come out. Brownish golden. Okay? That's how you know it's ready. But like I said, your oven may be different. It can be from 20 to 30 minutes. Okay? Just make sure you're checking up on it, that they look nice and golden and brown. You could use the spoon to help you out, or you just get it with your hand. Make sure your hands are nice and clean. So you just want to get the spoon and coat it. You want to coat the sugar and the cinnamon as soon as the empanada is out of the oven. Because if you don't do it as soon as it's out of the oven, the sugar and the cinnamon is not going to stick to it. See how it stick to it? That's what you want it to do. So if maybe it's your first time, you may want to use your spoon to get your empanada. So you may want to do this. That's fine. And then, you know, you could just coat it like that. But for me, it's not that hot, so I can get it with my hand and coat it. Okay? But I just wanted to show you guys. And yeah, we just coat every single one of them. Okay, and that is it. This is how they should look like. So if you do decide to try this, please tag me on Instagram. I will leave my Instagram in the description below. So I want to see if you try it. They're really yummy, really delicious. Let me show you how the inside looks like. So here's the empanada, nice and covered with cinnamon and sugar outside. And in the inside, we have the caramel. Really delicious, really good. Like I said, it's perfect for the holidays, for Christmas, for Thanksgiving that's coming up. But yes, it's really, really good. So if you guys try it, please tag me. I am looking like a mess, but that's okay. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and comment down below letting me know if you guys are going to make it. What I really like about this is you don't really need like the KitchenAid or anything like that. Probably the only thing you may need to invest in is the tortilla thing. I'm going to try to find a name for it. And I forgot to say my disclaimer at the beginning, so I'll say it right now. I am not a chef. I'm not an expert. I basically just go and just try new things. I look up for recipes and try it and stuff like that. So I just decided to share this with you guys because it's one of our favorite things to eat throughout the year, not just the holidays, but when it's just that cold front season for Texas, this with some coffee or some hot chocolate, it's a wrap. But all right, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.